So this is my 450k Airbnb Reform, and we're about to get started in approximately 20 days. So the goal of this reform is, well, actually there's two goals. It's to take this property from 1.6 million, more or less, to roughly 2.5 million plus. That's one of the goals. So as soon as it's reformed, I'm probably going to put it for sale, but I don't actually really care about selling it because right now we're renting it out at more or less 600 euros a night, 600 to 800. And when it's finished, I want to be renting it from 1.3 to 1.5k a night. So if you do the maths, that's about 40k a month. So if that money's coming in, when that money's coming in, I'm not going to be too bothered in selling it. So if we sell it, we make a lot of profit. And if we keep it, it's just going to be one of them properties that's just going to be generational. It's just going to bring in money consistently, monthly. And what we're going to do to stand out from the crowd is we're going to fill it with amenities. We're going to make it an incredible experience. So we've got the whole wellness part on the top floor, which is a sauna, ice bath, jacuzzi, huge swimming pool that's getting completely remodeled. We're even trying to get a pull down bucket of cold water that lands on your head. So the upstairs is going to be incredible. You have sea views, barley beds, fires. It's going to be a whole experience upstairs. And so we're actually going to do this in two phases. Phase one is going to cost me around 350k, and phase two is going to cost me roughly 100k, maybe a little bit more. So phase number one is the whole upstairs, which is 7 bedrooms, a huge outdoor area, everything we just spoke about as the amenities. It's going to have a rooftop, and at the moment we currently host maximum 15 people. But when this project's finished, we're going to up that to 20 people because this villa is in Spain and a lot of stuff's gone on with the licenses. So with this license that I have, I can actually fit 20 people legally into this property, which is amazing because the area that it's in, it's walking distance to all the best attractions, walking distance to the beach. Hardly any other property has a license for 20 people. So I'm going to make the most of it. And that's why I'm investing all this money into it, to reform it and to make it an incredible experience for either big groups or big families. So having 20 people in there, I don't want the people to have to leave the house. I want them to have everything in there. So as we spoke about the whole wellness area and the view and the pool and everything upstairs, when we go down to phase two, there's going to be a huge games room. So this is going to have a cinema, a gym, a load of games, a poker table, a foam pit. We're trying to get in there with a climbing wall, arcade games, a golf simulator, and yeah, we're just going to fill it with all the entertainment you could possibly want as a big group or as a huge family, so that if you don't want to, you don't have to leave the property ever. And the goal with this is what I said, is to boost the nightly price that we can rent for and to boost the price of the actual property, so that if I want to sell it in 6 months, I'm going to get way more than I would have before I reformed it. So investing this, I think it's going to be 450k, should put the price of the property up to, I think, about 2.8 million. So I'm going to show you guys some photos. These are AI generated, so it's just like the gist. It's not going to look exactly like this, but this is sort of the style that we want to go with. Can you see that good on the camera?
Yeah.
So this is the outdoor area. You can see we're going to have the fire, the barbecue, the whole, like, the view is incredible here. And we're going to go with a concrete micro cement effect. We're taking that from Bali. Well, let me see if I can show you more here. This is kind of the outdoor style. This is the games room that we want to put in the garage. This is phase two. This is what I'm most excited about, but we've got to do all phase one, which is the style, all of the top bit, all of the spa area, all the bedrooms. And this is stage two, which I'm so excited about. So I can't wait to get there. So you see, we want to put like all the games you can get in. We've got the cinema, gym, some beds up here, basketball hoop, foam pit with a climbing wall. This is sort of what we want to get in there. And the downstairs garage that we've got is probably even a little bit bigger than this. So it's got super high ceilings. So we want to really make the most of this space that before was kind of dead space. And we're going to make it into what's going to be the best room of the entire villa. So this is where we're gonna up the level, like, completely. So excited for this. Let's see what else we got. This is more of that. So this is like the outdoor. So it'll be something like this style, huge table, because there's going to be 20 people. So we're going to have a massive table for all these people. Yeah, what else? This is going to be sort of the style inside. These are the bedrooms, kind of simple, clean, minimalistic, sort of Bali style, because you guys all know that I'm here in Bali. This is the bunk bedroom. And yeah, so that's sort of the style that we're going with. And I'm so excited for this project because I've really wanted to reform this property for like 5 years now. I've had this property for 5 years, and I brought it using creative finance, which is something I teach as well. So I brought this property with 10,000 euros. That's all I had. And I did a creative finance strategy. It took me 4 years to buy the property, and now I've owned it for I think 2.5 years. But I never had the money to reform it because it's a huge property. It's massive. It's like 7 bedrooms, huge. And how I did it now is I got a loan from the bank. I remortgaged this property, so it actually reformed itself in a way, which is amazing. It kind of brought itself, and then it kind of reformed itself with the equity of the property. So that's super cool because it's really hard. I wouldn't want to spend 450k of my own money to put it back into there to then wait to get them returns in, how long is it going to take me to get 450k back? It's going to be a long time. But if you use the bank's money, then, so if I get a bank loan for 400k, right now I'm paying around 3,000 a month for that bank loan. So all I have to do is up the nightly rate of this Airbnb by 100 euros a night to make it worth it. So that's obviously going to be, with that style and all these amenities, I'm obviously going to up it by way more than $100 a night. So that being said, every month I'm going to be cash flowing more money than I was before I did the reform. So this is when getting a bank loan makes sense. And a bank loan won't make sense if you just want to go and buy a Lambo or buy something that's depreciating. But if you're going to get a bank loan and invest it into a cash flowing asset, it's a no-brainer. It's free money because I'm paying 3,000 more per month, and I'm going to be making hopefully 9,000 more per month. So that's good maths. That's a good investment. And yeah, basically that's my 400k, probably 450k by the time I'm finished, reform into what will be my number one Airbnb at the end of this year. Actually, right now I've got a call with the construction company. It's actually a childhood friend that's going to be running this for me. He's going to be my man on the land, because I'm in Bali right now. So he's going to be looking after the whole project. His name is Jamie. You're probably going to see him in some videos that are going to come up because I'm going to fly to Spain some week during the reform and really show you guys around what it is like to reform a big Airbnb like that and what it takes. So you'll be meeting him. But I'm just going to jump on a call with him right now. So I might show you a bit behind the scenes.
And that will just be like your golden ticket, mate, if you do eventually say, I'm going to cash in and sell in 3-4 years or whatever.
Yeah, so that would probably be the plan, Make it successful, make it a really successful business, make it one of the top Airbnbs in Tenerife, and then when it's a good time to sell, then sell. Okay. We need one conversation dedicated to it because there's so much money to make in that, and you don't need a lot of upfront capital.
We will begin May the 6th, let's say finished by Halloween, something like that. Hopefully you can get the Halloween booking, which will be great, right?
Yeah.
As one of the first ones, and then at least then it gives you, let's say half a year to generate. Right, I need another 100k for downstairs, and then we can just move downstairs basically.
Yeah. Or I'll get it. I could try and get it from like an American credit card, like 0% interest, or pull it from another business, or I'll try and do something. We'll see how it's going, how happy we are with like the upstairs, and if we want to transition straight away, because we're like, wow, if it looks phenomenal, we're like, wow, this is going to print money. Let's just get the money to do the downstairs because it's going to generate money. So we can try and make it happen in the season. So we're actually gonna shoot some content with Jamie when we're there. He's a real estate agent in Tenerife. He manages a load of Airbnbs over there, and we've been friends since you're in school, so that's just some context. And we'll meet up with him when we're halfway through the reform, probably this year, or whenever an important week is that I can go over. and
Definitely.
and then we'll shoot some footage with him. So yeah.